Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL matchup in the AFC between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Dolphins come in and offensively, when you're playing against a team like the Baltimore Ravens on the road, what you have to do is shrink the game offensively. The way you do that is by running the football, chewing up the clock. That means a lot of carries for Ronnie Brown, for Ricky Williams. Get these guys involved in that running game, shrink the clock. That way you give yourself a chance defensively to get after the quarterback and effectively get some stops in the game. And you also want to keep Ed Reed guessing. That's going to be the matchup, Chad Henne versus Ed Reed. Reed is a Hall of Famer, so it's up to Chad Henne to keep him guessing. Don't cue where you're going with the football before the snap or during the snap. You want to keep him guessing until the last minute, then you get rid of the football. You want to look at also offensively, you got to clean up your mental errors. That's one thing that plagues the Dolphins throughout the game. Drop passes, turnovers. You have to clean up the mental errors. That's what limits your offense from being effective. Clean up these errors. That way you'll be able to have some success. And that's an important aspect of your offense because you have the talent. You just have to make sure you stop shooting yourself in the foot. Defensively, playing against the Ravens, one thing that's important is you can't give up big plays in the passing game. They love to attack vertical and then work their way down. So don't give up any big plays in the passing game. That's up to those safeties. That's up to those corners to make sure they limit the effectiveness of Flacco's deep passes, and you'll be able to give yourself a shot to win. And now look at the matchup between Carlos Dansby versus Ray Rice in the passing game. They love to get Ray Rice involved in these short passes, these screens, these arrow routes. That's up to Dansby to take that aspect of their offense away, and that way you'll be effectively to get after the quarterback and shut down a third of what they want to do on offense. Now you look at Baltimore coming to this matchup, they have to work Houshmandzadeh into this offense. Get him involved in the game, get him involved in the game plan. That way you have the Dolphins stretch out their defense and effectively take advantage of that nickel and dime corner. So get Houshmandzadeh involved. That's something that's been the missing link of this offense. Imagine if you had that third wide receiver to take the pressure off the outside with Bolden and Mason, and that way you have Heap and also Houshmandzadeh work in the middle. Get him involved. And you look at the matchup between Michael Orr on the left side versus Cameron Wake. That's the key. If you can keep Wake off Flacco, that's going to curtail the Dolphins' pass rush, and Flacco's going to have time to pick apart that secondary. And you got to run downhill against the Dolphins. The best way to stop the 3-4 defense is to run right at it. So you run downhill. Don't run off tackle because you're playing into their strength, which is speed. If you run right at these Dolphins, you maybe have some success to pop some big runs. Defensively, you got to force Chad Henne into quick decisions. He's a guy that locks in on the target and fires it in there a little bit inaccurate, but you want to force him to make those quick decisions because you do have some athleticism at the cornerback position to make interceptions. And you have to get a bump on Devon Best. If you allow him a free release, that's going to be over for you because he's going to work your underneath coverage. He's going to work the sidelines, and he can make the first man miss every time. So it's up to you guys to not allow him a free release off the line of scrimmage. Get a bump on him. Get some guys on him to make things troublesome for him when he releases off the line going into his route. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. I like the progressiveness of the Baltimore offense. That passing game is more advanced than the Dolphins. And you got to go with Flacco over Henne. Henne is a guy that's struggling right now, but he's protecting the football. I give him that. But he has to do more for that offense to flourish. And that's why teams are not respecting the run of the Dolphins, because they don't respect the pass off of it. So I think the Ravens at home, coming off a bye, gets a victory. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL. Or you can visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.